Hello, Pisces. Hello, my two fishes friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. Pisces, I'm here to read for you for the month of November. That's what we're doing this week. We're taking a peek into the month of November, the overall energy for the month, Pisces. I hope you're well. If you are someone who is just rolling up in here on all these shenanigans, welcome, welcome. I hope that you will stay. There's a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner if you'd like to do that. We do have a rather large Pisces tribe here, and I'm part of that tribe. I am a Pisces moon. Let's find out what's going on for you. If you are brand new and just showing up, welcome. And if you are someone who's always clicking here, I am grateful for you. Thanks so much for doing that. This first deck, we are going to use this deck to find out what energy you will be bringing into the month of November, Pisces. Let's find out what's going on here. Tell me about Pisces. Okay. We've got sweet results await. You know what? Card number 7, I really love when card number 7 shows up, because to me, it tells me that the universe has something planned. To me, 7s are about heaven, about kind of good luck, the jackpot. It's like all good energy, good news. And it says here, sweet results await. And I feel like these sweet results are awaiting, Pisces. There's something that is coming at you that I feel like you've been sort of swatting at, like, get away from me, get away from me. But it's actually a good thing. I feel like you've been working super hard. That's what bees do, right? That's what their whole life is dedicated to. So whatever you've been working hard on, whether it's your job or your family or a relationship or whatever it is, I feel like it's going to work out for you, because 7 to me is not only a number of abundance, but it's also a number of the universe. So I feel like the universe is putting something together for you that is going to end up in some sort of sweet result. We've got nothing is wasted. Maybe you feel like you wasted time. And, you know, it's really important to know that whatever happened in the past led you to this moment, and whatever is about to come to show up for you, that is a really sweet result, something that's great for you. I feel like it's almost like you are being reimbursed for your time. It feels like you feel like you wasted your time on something. And it says here, nothing is wasted. Card number 63, which is a 9. You're going to come to the wisdom that nothing is ever wasted. Not time, not the job that you did, not the relationship you were in. It's never a waste of time, because you got knowledge from it. And the only way that you can move forward in your life is to gain the knowledge of the path that you're on. So I feel like if you're feeling like you have wasted some time, I feel like it's almost going to feel like it's been restored or paid back to you. All right. Find out what else is going on for Pisces in the month of November. The first card I'm going to put down here is what you need to leave behind. As you walk into the month of November here, what is it that Pisces needs to leave behind, please? What does Pisces need to leave behind? Tell me about Pisces. What does Pisces need to leave behind? We've got the Sun. I feel you're leaving the spotlight behind. I'm just going to say, it feels like what you need to leave in the past is, it feels like doing everything for everyone. I feel like you need to take your happiness and go, if that makes sense. I feel like you need to stop giving attention to things that no longer require your attention. I feel like, Pisces, you've been giving a lot of attention, a spotlight to something or someone who's not giving it in return. It feels like you're always the one who is the happy one, the bright one, the one that's always telling people it's going to be fine, it's going to be okay. But I don't really know that you end up getting that sort of energy in return. So I feel like it's time for you to leave this energy of, it's okay, I've got it, I'll help you, I'll do it. I think you need to leave that behind. The next card that I put down, we're going to come back and clarify, by the way. The next card that I put down here is what should your inward focus be this month? Your inward focus should be movement. So I feel like you need to move away from the Sun. That kind of tracks, right? I feel like you need to move away from the Sun and let people take care of their own stuff. And it's not that you're not a kind and loving and caring and warm person. I think that you are, but it feels like you are giving too much away to other people. It's time for you to get out of the chaos of paying attention to everything everyone else does. It's time for you to move to calmer waters. It's time for you to have movement. Not only maybe movement literally, maybe some of you are moving away from, you know, a very chaotic sort of time where the sun was in your eyes. Maybe it's that, but I feel like somebody here is having a lot of movement because there is some sort of sweet result that's waiting for you. But I think that you needed to take your focus out of the sun's energy first. And although the sun's energy is happy, it's not a bad place to be. I feel almost like you were stuck there doing it for everybody else, being the cheerleader for everybody else. That's what it feels like. And so what should your outward focus be in the month? We've got the Emperor. So I feel like the Emperor is telling me that your outward focus means you got to start taking control of situations. And I think you are, starting with moving away from the sun. It feels like you share your light and share your warmth with everybody, but I don't necessarily know that you've been getting it back. The Six of Swords may have not showed up here. It feels like you are somebody who is always giving and not ever receiving. I feel like you, with the Emperor energy, you're taking charge of all of this in the month of November. And the charge that you're taking is, I'm just going to move away from people who expect too much from me, who lean on me for the sunshine, who lean on me for happiness. I feel like you need to make some sort of a really final decision about what you're doing. And I think that's why that's your external energy, because that's the energy that you'll be showing to other people in the month of November. Tell me what you need to reevaluate. What do you need to reevaluate, please, in the month of November? I think I have one flipped. The Five of Cups. You need to reevaluate the Five of Cups here. So what are you really sad about? I want to say is that the reevaluation needs to come from, it's water under the bridge. Maybe it's time to let it go, because I feel like somebody here is living in regret about something that didn't work out, possibly a relationship, a soul tribe. We do have three cups that are laying on the ground here, and they're all poured out. And it feels like there is, it's time to cross the water. I want to say there's a bridge here, and it's time for you to look away from the things that didn't work out for you. Stop focusing on those things, the reevaluation. And then we have two cups behind this person, of course, which indicates there's still love here. There's still happiness here. There's still partnership here. But you have to make the decision to turn around and see it in a different light. All right, let's talk about the sun. Tell me about Pisces leaving behind the sun. And for some of you, it's quite literal, right? Because for some of you, winter is upon us, right? You're not going to see the sun as much. And tell me about the sun. We've got the Three of Cups. It does feel like you were supporting a soul tribe or a group of people, or maybe you're the one, Pisces, who always plans the get-together. They come to your home and you water them and you feed them, and then they leave you with the mess. They don't stop to clean the dishes or help you clean up or anything like that. It feels like you were giving too much of yourself. We've got the Six of Wands. Yeah, it feels like you were inviting people to your home, or if it's not your home, maybe you're renting facilities or planning parties, or it feels like you're the person who is being cheered on by everyone else to take action while they just sort of cheered you on. Because we do have a lot of wands around this person, and this person is the one holding the wand. That's the one that's taking action, and then everyone else is cheering them on. So I feel like you do have a group of people who would be like, yeah, talk to Pisces. Pisces will make the party. Pisces will make the Christmas dinner. Pisces will make the Thanksgiving dinner. It feels like you were the person who was doing it all, because they see you as possibly the mother or the father of the group. So I feel like it's really sort of healthy that you leave the situation, because I feel like you do it because you're compassionate and kind and empathic and loving and compassionate, right? I feel like you have all of those things, but I feel like this is a lesson you already know. I feel like you already know that you're the Queen of Cups. You already know that these people see you as sort of a mother or a father of the group or the leader of the group. They see you as the one who won't say no, because this one is holding the cup, right? They see you as someone who will never say no. And so I feel like you have people who cheer you on, but I feel like it's almost to a point of exhaustion, because it's like you're always on. The sun never shuts off, right? You're always on. So it feels like you need to move away from that energy and allow someone else to take care of it while you go ahead and take care of you. Take care of taking control of situations and things in your life. I feel like the thing is I feel like nothing wasted is applying to this, because this does feel like a group of people, whether it's family or friends or whatever it is. It feels like a group of people that you feel like, I've just wasted my time there. I just never get what I'm looking for with these people. It ends up making me sad. Like I end up doing that, and it's like they're sort of thankless, but they're cheering me on to do it, and they're ready to come over and party and have fun, but they leave me with a mess. They never bring anything to the party. I'm the one that's already always, not already, but always the person who's supplying everything. So I feel like you need to stop mothering people or fathering people. I feel like you need to stop being it's time for you to move away from that energy anyway. Tell me about the Six of Swords being the inward energy here. We do have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Ace of Wands. It almost feels like it should be inward love. It feels like the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords tells me you have an opportunity to move away from people who are taking advantage of you possibly, and I don't think they're bad people for doing it. I also feel like you have a part in allowing it, but I feel like it's time for you to sort of pull away from that group of people and find an opportunity to maybe celebrate some happiness or love or companionship on a one-on-one basis. Instead of you exhausting yourself by making the party for everyone, by bringing the sunshine for everyone and putting the spotlight on somebody else, it's time for you to have one-on-one interaction. And I feel like you're going to have some opportunities to do that this month. We do have the Ace of Wands. For some of you, it could be a very passionate meeting with somebody else. We do have an Ace of Wands, which tells me excitement and creativity. And maybe whilst you're in this very busy energy, right? I feel like this is kind of the energy we were talking about. It says sweet results await. And I feel like while you've been busy entertaining other people, you haven't necessarily been busy looking inward to see what you need, because you're a person who likes to see other people happy. You feel their energy. So when other people feel happy, you feel happy. I feel like you need to practice that on a one-on-one basis. I feel like there is going to be an opportunity to find some sort of an emotional connection in the month of November if you don't already have one. And the Six of Swords tells me it's because you decided to move away from this chaotic energy where you're very entertained and your spotlight is not on you, it's on other people. It's time to put the spotlight on you. So the Ace of Wands tells me that you will have some sort of excitement or some creative excitement. A new path is opening for you here, and it's a path of growth. It's a place where you're going to be able to continue your growth, right? Because we come in on the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands has been budding for a while. It's not like just because you showed up, it's going to start to grow. I feel like it's been budding for a while, but it feels like there is possibly a one-on-one connection, an emotional or maybe even a romantic connection for some of you. But this could be a best friend, right? The Two of Cups doesn't necessarily indicate love, but it does indicate two people who really have affection or feelings for each other. They don't have to be romantic, though. So it feels like you're going to be heading out on a path to help something grow, something that you're really excited about. It's a new opportunity here. So we do have the Emperor, and that's your outward energy. So what you should be focused on outwardly. Tell me about the Emperor. I feel like, you know, as you walk up on an emperor, I picture the emperor being very confident, someone who's used to, you know, saying things that maybe aren't necessarily the fan favorite, somebody who's like, I'm okay if I'm by myself, I can take care of me, somebody who's full of wisdom. They've learned a lot of lessons, and so it feels like this is your external energy, because I feel like when you take control of the situation and you figure you got to pull it more inward here, I feel like you start to look to other people externally like the Emperor, somebody who's like, my way or the highway, this is how things are going down. If you don't like it, I'm okay with that. If you don't like it, it's okay. Yeah, tell me about the Emperor, please. Tell me about the Emperor as being the external energy, external focus. We've got the Eight of Wands, we've got the Knight of Cups, and we've got the King of Pentacles. So I do feel that that's it. I feel like again, the Eight of Wands is telling me what's coming toward you is some sort of romantic energy. It feels like there is a romantic connection here. It could be somebody who is Leo. They could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. They also could be Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Don't have to be any of those, but this person who's coming toward you, Pisces, since this romantic energy, is somebody who's ready to settle down. The King of Pentacles is the most grown of all the kings, right? So this one is the one who's being responsible with their money. There is someone who runs a business. They love their beautiful things. They like to make money. They like to save money, but they also like to live in luxury. This is someone who is ready to settle down and provide for somebody else. So whether it's feminine or masculine energy, I feel like with this Emperor and the King of Pentacles, I feel like you are going to be contacted by, getting information from, or maybe even meeting somebody with the Eight of Wands. It feels like the Eight of Wands pointing directly at the Emperor tells me there's incoming, quick-moving energy. And that energy could be something that is kind of passive or loving or emotional, possibly romantic, from the King of Pentacles. Tell me about the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is what you need to reevaluate, my friend. How is Pisces supposed to reevaluate the Five of Cups? I feel like with the Five of Cups, yeah, you need to realize that it's time to stop focusing on the thing that you've lost. Whatever you feel like you've lost, maybe it's this group of friends. We have the Three of Cups here, and the Three of Cups are on the ground. So maybe because you pull away from this group of people, they're like, oh, Pisces isn't going to water and feed us anymore. We're going to go find another group. It could be that, but you're okay because your external energy is your Emperor energy. You're like, it's good. I'm fine. I can take care of stuff myself. I don't have to deal with other people. And I feel like there is somebody here who finds that very attractive about you. We do have the Five of Cups. And tell me why that is what Pisces needs to reevaluate. Oh, look at that. You need to start judging people. I don't mean judging people, okay? What I mean is, like, we're looking at these two these two scales here, right? And they're a little bit out of balance. I would say that that it feels like I don't think you're judging people, but you're making decisions based on what's best for you now, because water is under the bridge. And I feel like this group of people might not necessarily give you the energy that you want because you've decided that you're no longer going to be the party planner or whatever the situation is for you. And I feel like that's what makes you a little bit sad. But I feel like there is some sort of decision coming here that the judgment card for me is not making judgments on other people, but on ourselves, to get ourselves back in balance here. I feel like there was too much of a contrast of being sad when people aren't around, when they don't need me and they don't want me to perform, and being with these people who I'm happy because I'm giving or helping them. So you see, it's sort of like a little bit of a disconnect here. It feels like it's time for you to look inward, and I feel like this judgment card is telling me that you need to make a decision to stop focusing on the people who are no longer coming around because you won't service them. We do have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's time to stand up for yourself here. And I feel like, the thing is standing up for yourself sometimes can be sad, right? Because when we stop allowing people to take advantage of us, Pisces, it's a hard thing, because you will go from the Three of Cups to the Five of Cups with the Three on the ground. You will have to look for other groups of people. The Two of Cups is here also, though. Here's the Two of Cups. Do you see what I mean? So it's like you're going to tell these people no, or you're just not going to make the party. You're not going to service them, water them, and feed them, whatever the situation is for you. Moving along, I feel like you're taking charge of the situation, and you're turning the Three of Cups into the Two of Cups. So you're really looking for people. You don't care if it's one person that it's one-on-one with. You don't need this group of people taking advantage of you. But if it's a one-on-one thing, I think you're okay with that. We've got the Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're standing up for yourself here. I also feel like you're drawing better boundaries. And the Four of Pentacles tells me that with some people, they're just going to get nothing from you. You are holding on for dear life to those boundaries. And I feel like it's time for you to keep some for yourself. So I feel like what is being reevaluated here is, I feel like somebody is feeling like, okay, well, if I don't give you a party, if I don't pay for your drinks, if I don't pay for your flight, you're not going to go with me. I think you realize that. And it's time to make a decision that's very different from the decisions you've been making before. And I think it starts with the Seven of Wands. It's like, I need to defend my decision making. I need to defend what I'm doing, defend my decision making and do what's best for me, stay behind the boundaries. It's time for you to stop giving so much to other people and keep a little bit for yourself. Interesting, though, what's showing up here is, bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor and the Empress. Look at this. I feel like this Two of Cups grows into the Ten of Pentacles with somebody who's very much on your vibration. But it took pulling away from a group of people who were taking advantage of you in the sunshine. The sun was in your eyes. They were giving you all sorts of attention and cheering you on, but they weren't really helping you. I feel like this one-on-one, this person that you might meet who's ready to settle down, could be the Emperor or the Empress. Take it as it resonates for you. I'm going to leave that right here. Thank you so much for coming here and watching, Pisces. I do appreciate you so much. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and take care. Have a great November. Bye-bye.